Hey, I'd like a word with you.
Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff.
What if she died because of something we did?
It was just a sheep. The sooner we get over it, the better.
How can you be so insensitive? What a week, huh?
There was something you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. This journey. It's taking longer than I thought. Gives me more time to think. Practice all those theoretical scenarios in my head again.
Are you stressed about going home?
Wouldn't you be? So many unknowns. The way it's gonna play out. When I finally appear on Lena's doorstep, will I catch her after her morning run, or does she not do that anymore? And where does she even live? But most of all, will she be happy to see me? Or will it scare the shit out of her?
You know what? I should be mad at you for getting distracted like that. But I totally get it. This fantasy keeps you going, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Just tell me at least if she still watches that stupid comedy show. You know, the one about
a bunch of eggheads trying to make a video game that sells.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. She'd eat a packet of roasted peanuts and laugh her ass off.
Right. And then it was, honey, I'm out of peanuts. You're not going to the store by any chance?
Oh man, exactly. I loved that.
I hated that. Huh.
You're gonna think this is funny, but I'm experiencing this strange feeling when we talk about our common memories with her. Like an annoying itch that I can't scratch. I think I might be jealous.
Jealous? Of whom? Me?
No, not who. More like jealous of what? All those things I shared with her, intimate moments, I thought they were just between me and her. Now, I have to live with the fact that you had them too.
So, even if I did, does it reduce the value of what you shared with her?
Maybe not objectively, but it's hard to be cool about it. All those thoughts, such as, did she feel the same way with him or was it different for her? It's like with being cheated on. Sometimes it can be easier to accept it when it's just physical, but it can be much more painful when it actually involves feelings. And someone else suddenly enters a space that was supposed to only belong to the two of you. The conversations you had, that restaurant you liked together, the music you shared.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. There was a time when I thought Lena was cheating on me.
What?
Things were already beyond repair for us. I think I just needed to blame someone else for it. Find an easy explanation as to why she was so distant from me.
Was it true?
No. And I can see now how childish it was of me.
And I know it's not very mature to be feeling what I'm feeling now. But that's just jealousy for you. It's not rational in any way. Still, you just can't help it. And all it does is make your mind go crazy.
Still, love wouldn't be what it is without it.
You think? I know some people say there's nothing like a little jealousy to keep the fire burning. But it also lets in something toxic. Suspicion. Possessiveness. All those things love should go without.
What do you think?
I really can't say. Maybe it's because love has so many faces. Who can say if a passionate affair is better than steady family love?
I suppose that depends on the person you are.
Maybe. You know what? I shouldn't have touched on this subject in the first place.
What? Why not?
It's opening up too many wounds. I guess I just miss her. Simple as that. I hope she calls again soon. Anyway, thanks for stopping by.
Anytime. Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Oh, look at that photo. I'm surprised you took it.
They told us to take things that bring back happy memories. I guess I hoped this memory would cheer me up in hard times.
I remember the day this picture was taken. I already had a massive crush on Lena. Thanks, man. That's a lovely gift.
All done here. Should I help with this now?
How are you today?
You need me to take care of this?
Done here. Should I help with this now?
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Yeah, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
Sooner or later, things tend to go wrong. So, have you finished your calculations? Do you know how we can get the gravity field back to normal? Yes, the design is ready. Our counterforce will have to come from several sources. 2 neutralizing towers, 1 per each side of the canyon to cover the whole affected area. It will be an effort to build them, but if operated correctly, they should do the trick and give us safe passage through. Man, we'll need to push like crazy to pull this off before the sun comes up. Right. And that's not the half of it. Once you set up the towers, they will need to be operated simultaneously. So, we'll need to send 4 people up there at the same time. Oh. Yeah. Better shape up your crew if we're gonna do this.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Is there a problem? Listen, Jan, we're fed up with your mistakes. What do you mean, fed up? What is this? Morale is at an all-time low. You need to reevaluate your priorities or else. What exactly do you want me to improve? Good leadership requires treating people as equals, or at least creating a credible impression of doing so. Stop ordering us around like puppets. I hear you. I'll do what I can. Finally, a good movie.
Hey man, I was thinking, have you ever noticed how often we
Finish each other's sentences? Yeah, we have lived together for
way too long? Right. I feel like we've probably had
every conversation two people can have. Right. So we
always know what the other one is.
thinking.
Right. But like, specifically, why?
Do we do that? I don't know. Like, where do you think
That compulsion comes from? Not sure, because it's certainly not like a...
endearing quality?
No.
No. Mostly, I feel like we want to just show
that we're like engaged listeners, right? And we're
empathetic.
yes,
And also maybe a little bit
impatient, right? We're kind of like
insufferable.
Pass me another beer,
That's the
please.
thing.
Can't handle
The idea
Yeah.
of it unresolved.
melody. Right. And in a way, does sort of make us
Really annoying.
Right.
But like we could totally
Stop if we want to, obviously. We just have to face
our fears and just never
finish
this
current.
ongoing.
Ew, guys.
Can we actually
Stop? I don't know. Sure doesn't
seem like it? But like, I have
total autonomy
over my own
thoughts, right? And I certainly
can't be read.
like a book
It's like my mind tells me
to just stay quiet for sure. But like then somehow the instinct to
finish a sentence.
kicks in as if it's
Totally out of
my control, right? And I'm like stuck in
some kind of sentence
vortex. Hang on, quick. We need to both say the most like random
thing we can think of.
that we would never otherwise say. Right.
My foot has an
Area code all its own. That's
in a Peruvian rug shop.
located entirely
That's
within the
ridiculously
International
amusing.
Space PlayStation, and it's a.
Pluvia stafama state wells.
Those
are all the things I was
gonna say. And the fake word at the end.
What is happening? Oh my god. Wait, maybe the reason we keep
Finishing each other's
is
sentences.
because they're not.
Each other's sentences.
Maybe we're actually
Only
one person.
Holy shit.
God. Oh. No, which is really annoying. Right. Yeah.
Hours of steady rainfall
I feel good about
Evacuation functionality. Monitors the ship's surroundings.
All done here. Ready to help with this now? Done here. Can I help with this now? surface exploration vehicle. So this is where he landed. Damn, you look busted. Shame. Could have made good use of you. Awesome. Another movie.
my stuff landed here?
Yes! No way. There we go. Hell yeah! Fuck! Hell yeah! I got this. Yes! Hell yeah! Damn it. Everything all right with your eyes?
Okay, just lie still and think of something engaging.
When will you have the results?
Not before I finish scanning everybody. You're the first one, so after we finish, you can go to bed and come back in the morning. I should know more by then. Okay, ready? Here we go.
I hate waiting.
Damn. I hope everything will turn out just fine.
Operation functionality.
Well,
All done here. Should I help with this now?
is the truth? If I could stay So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. Mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No, not all. Almost everyone is affected, but there's one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean. Holy shit. Yeah. You know what that means? That it's because of rubidium? Oh, I wouldn't go so far. You were the only one who wasn't created with it, true. But there were so many other factors. The speed with which our brain tissue was forced to grow, external circumstances, like radiation, that could have disrupted the process somehow. There are two things we know for sure. One, creating any other alter will most probably result in the same condition. And two, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days. Look, man, I know you're not the emotional type, but is this the moment you want to talk about how you feel? I appreciate what you're trying to do here. Stop and think about it for a moment before we move on to try and find a solution. But what do you want me to say? If you look at it from a certain angle, death is a logical outcome of events. I suppose not knowing exactly what caused it bothers me more than not being immortal. The only thing I'm really scared of is the possibility that this mission will fail because I won't be around. So, how do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends. Okay, don't worry. We'll think of something, right? We always do. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks. Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Huh. My old watch.
The award we got for civil bravery. It was nice that someone appreciated our sacrifice.
Civil bravery? Wait. That boy at the contest. Yeah. That's when I realized how good it feels to help somebody. Thank you.
Hey, how are you holding up?
It's, all very confusing. Things are happening so quickly. I've just woken up to this strange reality, and now... death. I thought I was prepared for it when I applied for this mission, but it doesn't make any sense. Another lovely day with a brain mutation. Would be nice to know
All
there's
done.
a solution.
Should I take care of this now?
Lucas, what took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
No, it's not. We stopped again, in the middle of a great big canyon this time. There's a massive gravity field distortion in front of us.
Gravity distortion, shit. That would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Jan. You need to find a way to neutralize it. Have you managed to collect any data?
Yeah, I built a gravity sensor. Looks like I'm gonna need to set up some neutralizing towers on the canyon rooftop.
So, you already have a solution. Well done. That's good news. Anything else I should know about?
My alters. They're suffering from a mysterious disease.
What do you mean?
Some strange brain mutation. Molly. The sheep I had to create to test Rapidium had it too. She died without warning.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Yeah. Rapidium. Not so great after all.
Yeah, I guess it couldn't be perfect. Nothing is. Not in this world. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there's a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell. You never told me he was the brain behind the branching procedure. What exactly are the two of you up to?
Up to? Who do you think we are, Jan? Some scheming comic book masterminds? I never said anything about Maxwell's research because I don't want him to get into trouble. He must trust you a lot if he told you all about it. Or maybe he's simply so excited about what you've done, what it could mean for him, that he stopped caring about exposing himself.
His research must have been interesting. I mean, the corporation decided to shut it down. That says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. What can I say? Not many people were ready for it. Altering mind records. I mean, we were on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science. But the practical implications, they could change so much more. And we were just a step away from getting it right.
We?
Yeah. I worked with him on Project Ela. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, if Project Ela was so great, why was it killed?
Officially? Some corporate budget-cutting bullshit. But if you ask me, once the board realized what he was doing, they got scared. What they had in mind for our lab was a contract with the Army that could go on for years and guarantee state funding. They wanted to fix people so they could send them back into action. We wanted to cure them.
That project, Ela. What was it about?
Helping people. Patients affected by PTSD, war veterans mostly. Everyone else wrote them off. Except for Maxwell. He never gave a shit about what other people thought. He came up with new quantum-based technology to ease the pain of their trauma. Altering memories. Painful memories.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
In the meantime, you should focus on clearing your route out of that canyon. Neutralizing that gravity distortion might take some time and resources.
Roger that.
Hang in there, Jan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
Have you been in the infirmary lately?
Why do you ask?
Call me crazy, but I feel like the machinery is up to something.
Oh my god, I do not have time for this.
Are you settling in? You joined us at a difficult moment. Believe me, before I got here, I've seen some of the most unfriendly places to live on our home planet. Not much can put me off. Want to know what really impresses me? The variety of walks of life in this base, all belonging to one man. It's amazing how different we are. Yeah. Guess I got used to it by now. I don't think I ever will. I noticed something else, too. The others. They have a lot of common memories, many things that they can relate to, but me? I seem to be different. More different, I mean. I think it must be because I branched away at some much earlier point in time. I know the exact moment. A fight on the street on our way home from school. Some thugs robbing a teenager. So, that was it. Yeah. You went after them. I didn't. Wow. I acted on an impulse. You really think that such a small thing could have changed my life so completely? It was an act of courage. That's not a small thing. Courage? Huh. I don't think so. More like thoughtlessness. I never thought about what I'd do if I caught up with them. Fight them. Luckily for me, I never did. But I guess without it, I'd have never seen an alternative to living with Mom and Dad. I'd never meet Edgar. Edgar, a retired doctor, my mentor. He worked down the streets of the slum district I ventured to, distributing food and medicine to the needy. Took me under his roof and taught me that however much you do for others, there's always room for you to become a better person. You just have to see it. Sounds like a wise man. No wonder you preferred hanging around with him than with Pops. It's not that simple, but yeah. He gave me a sense of direction. Living for others. Freeing yourself from material needs and desires. Free from desires? Does that mean you're some sort of monk? No, Jan. Far from it. In fact, I was just going to approach you about something very human. Go on. Well, you see, I look around and I see amazing people, us, a unique group of extraordinary individuals. But what are we mostly preoccupied with? Efficiency. scurrying and hurrying to get things done, prosaic tasks, repetitive activities. Even if we entertain ourselves, it's for a purpose. We never pause because we're so afraid to die. But eventually, we will die anyway, right? You're right. No escaping it in the end. The only thing certain is the present moment, Jan. And I know one thing. We're not cherishing it enough. How can we cherish it? We can stop for a second and enjoy something special together. Let me prepare a feast for our group to feed not just the body, but the soul. Make everyone feel that even if their material life has to end, their existence will be timeless. A feast to celebrate our mortality, Jan. Let go of our fear. What do you say? Okay. And what would you need to prepare such a feast? Don't worry, not much. I'm used to running a mass kitchen with only the basic ingredients. But I like to experiment with some recipes first. So I guess I'd like to ask you for some time and a decent amount of fresh greenhouse produce. Why don't you start at once? We have enough supplies for your needs. Thank you, Jan. You won't regret it.